Hi everybody, welcome into another edition of the Marlins Minor League Report, where we give you updates on the Marlins Minor League affiliates with AAA Jacksonville, AA Pensacola, High A Beloit, and Low A Jupiter. I'm Jumbo Shrimp broadcaster Matt Davis, and it's time to check in on how the Jumbo Shrimp are faring in AAA. Well, to start off the second half, Jacksonville has won 4 of the first 5 games against the Memphis Redbirds. They've had a phenomenal week after coming off a 10-inning loss 8-3 on Tuesday. Jacksonville won 13-5 on Wednesday. Follow that up with a 10-4 win on Thursday. Oh, by the way, it's the first time that they've scored double-digit runs in back-to-back games since July of 2025. Then they followed up with back-to-back one-run wins, 1-0 win on Friday, and a phenomenal 4-3 win on Saturday, courtesy of Ethan O'Donnell. Here's the 0-1. Swing, high fly ball, left field, Koperniak back, it's off the wall and over his head, he kicks to his left, Edsel scores from third, behind him Berry, heading to third is Cerna, he stops there, throw is late, O'Donnell a double, bringing in 2, it's 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jacksonville has also gotten stellar performances from their bullpen and pitching staff. Currently through 5 games in the second half of the season, the Jumbo Shrimp own the 3rd best ERA in all of AAA, 2.74 in 46 innings. They've allowed just 14 earned runs against 47 strikeouts and 24 walks. Opponents are hitting a mere 199 against the Jumbo Shrimp pitching staff since the start of the second half of the season. The Jumbo Shrimp look to improve to 5-1 by the end of today, and they will send rehabber Jansen Jung to the mound against Bruce Zimmerman against the Redbirds. This has been your Jacksonville Update. I'm Matt Davis.
Hey everybody, this is Pensacola Blue Wahoos broadcaster Eric Bramer with an update on the Miami Marlins AA affiliate in the Southern League. Blue Wahoos took the first half South Division race down to the final day. They took 4 out of 6 at home against the league worst Birmingham Barons. They won on the final day of the first half, but they needed some help from Mother Nature and the Columbus Clingstones, and they didn't get much of either. You see, the Biloxi Shuckers were scheduled to play as many as 8 games to make up some earlier rainouts, and the Wahoos needed Biloxi to lose a bunch of them. As it turned out, the city of Biloxi got about 22 inches of rain over the span of a week. They played only 4 out of their scheduled 8 games, and needing to be swept in the doubleheader on Sunday, the Shuckers ended up winning both. The Blue Wahoos ended up just a game out of the first half South Division playoff spot, but they did finish above 500 at 36-33. They have started the second half on the longest road trip of the season, the first of 2 2-weekers. This week they're in Chattanooga. Next week they'll be in Rocket City, 2 cities separated by only a couple hours drive. So it's good to knock them out, and the Blue Wahoos have gotten to know the Chattanooga Lookouts pretty well. They've played each other now 3 weeks in the last month and a half. The Wahoos won the first game of the second half on Tuesday. They lost in blowout fashion on Wednesday and Thursday, and things were trending in the wrong direction on Friday night. They trailed 7-0 and had only 1 hit through 5 innings. Then the offense came to life. Iva Arquette hit a home run. Cam Canarella, who has an on-base percentage of about 500 in his first month of AA, he hit his 4th home run in the span of a week, and Fenwick Trimble took charge. He tied the game in the 7th with a homer, and then when he came up in the top of the 10th, he did this.
Floyd ready. The 2-0 to Trimble in the pitch. A swing and a high deep drive left field. Ascanio going back at the wall. It is gone! Fenwick Trimble has extra base hits in his last 4 at-bats. A game-tying 2-run homer in the 7th and a game-sealing 3-run shot here in the 10th. It's a 12-7 Pensacola lead, a dozen unanswered on the road in Chattanooga. A pitch led her high, and Trimble sent it deep into the Chattanooga night.
Yeah, the Blue Wahoos had a pretty impressive comeback win. Down 7-0, they won 12-7 to even up their series 2 games apiece in Chattanooga. They wrap up their series this afternoon, and then, after an off day on Monday spent in beautiful Huntsville, Alabama, they continue their 2-week swing against the Trash Pandas, the Angels AA affiliate, on Tuesday. Wahoos are then back home to wrap up their stretch of games before the All-Star break, where they will take a deep breath and take stock of what has been a pretty fun season so far. We'll talk to you next week. This has been Eric Bramer with your Wahoos Update.
This is Ethan Ibe with an update on the Beloit Skycarp, the high A affiliate of the Miami Marlins. The Skycarp enters Sunday with 31 wins and 41 losses, last in the Midwest League's West Division. Beloit wraps up a 6-game home series with the Peoria Chiefs this afternoon, where the Skycarp have won 2 of 5 games. The series began in dramatic fashion for the Skycarp, who walked off the Chiefs on Tuesday. With the game tied at 1 in the bottom of the 10th, recent promotion Abraham Ramirez plated Wilson Weber with an RBI double to get the series started on the right foot. It's been a big week for outfielder Chase Jaworsky, who has paced Beloit with 5 hits and 4 runs batted in this week. Jaworsky, who was part of the return from the Houston Astros in last July's Jesus Sanchez trade, came up with a big hit in Friday's 6-1 win over Peoria. The Oklahoma native's 2-run single and a 5-run 7th helped the Skycarp to the win. As we approach the end of June, let's spotlight 2 hitters that put together fantastic months. How about we start with Brandon Compton, who has blasted a team-high 8 homers and driven in 19 runs. Miami's 2025 second-round pick out of Arizona State has now seen his OPS climb to over 1,000. It's also worth talking about what Dylan Head has done in the month of June, a big piece of the Luis Arraez trade from 2 seasons ago. Head leads Beloit with 24 hits this month and has added 13 steals as well, while clubbing 3 homers and driving in 12. Beloit will look to salvage a series split in this afternoon's finale, and the Skycarp continue their homestand with a 6-game set against the South Bend Cubs next week. This has been your Beloit Skycarp update. I'm Ethan Ibe.
For the Jupiter Hammerheads, I'm Mickey Doolittle. Single A Jupiter was on the road this week, taking on the first half FSL West champions, the Clearwater Threshers, the Single A affiliate of the Philadelphia Phillies. In Game 1, the Hammerheads trailed 5-0 entering the 8th inning, but Victor Ortega hit an RBI double, Jose Montserrat drove in 2 with a triple, and Luis Arana hit an RBI groundout to make it a 1-run game in the bottom of the 8th. Trailing by 1 with 2 outs, Cedric Vargas hit a 2-run home run to give the Hammerheads a 6-5 lead. Luis Ramirez slammed the door on Clearwater with 2 scoreless innings to pick up the save. After a 5-0 Game 2 loss, Jupiter bounced back with a 6-3 win on Thursday. Jeremy Almonte had a 3-hit game, and Luis Cova, the young prospect for the Hammerheads, went 2 for 5 with an RBI. On Friday, the Hammerheads picked up an 8-1 win in a rain-shortened 6-inning contest. Luis Leon hit his first career single-A home run, and it was a grand slam that blew the game open. Julio Mendez Jr. improved to 6-0 on the year with 5 2/3 innings of 1-run ball where he struck out 4. The Hammerheads lost 17-6 on Saturday night and will look to win the series on Sunday. They secured a first-half FSL East championship last week, so into the second half, they're looking to build momentum into the playoffs. For the Jupiter Hammerheads, I'm Mickey Doolittle.
Thanks to Eric Bramer, Charlie Hobert, Ethan Ibe, Mickey Doolittle, Brennan Erlinson, and Scott Kornberg. This has been the Marlins Minor League Report.